It is Kel'el Ware out of Indiana. The big men headed to the Miami Heat. Is this somewhat surprising, Adam?
Yes. Kel'el Ware is the most polarizing prospect in this class. There are a lot of high-risk, high-reward guys here. Kel'el Ware is the most so in that category, and he's been that way since high school. He has got every tool in the book. He's a 7-footer. He runs, he jumps, he's got soft hands, he's got touch out to the three-point line. Literally every single tool you could want. But this is a guy who has said out loud at times in the past he's not sure how much he loves basketball. There's been questions about his attention to detail. There's been questions about his motor. There's been questions about his physicality. Now, he really showed great growth this year at Indiana. And I think going to Miami is the best thing in the world for him. Miami culture, you're going to figure it out or somebody's going to punch you in the mouth. Maybe literally, maybe figuratively. I don't know what it's going to be, but you tell Jimmy Butler you don't like basketball, let me know how that goes. So this is an A for Kel'el Ware.
Okay.
It's a B- for Miami unless they can break him. I hate to say it like that, but they got to break him and then they might get a return on the investment.
Yeah, just a bit of advice for anybody planning to maybe one day be a candidate to get selected in an NBA draft. Don't ever say out loud that you don't really love basketball.
Right. Well, let me remind you, Anthony Edwards kind of said that beginning.
And that was concerning to me.
Right? Yeah. And look what he's become. I know, right? So it's been said before.
And I've been in draft combine meetings with players, and I remember Klay Thompson told me when I asked him about the physicality of the game, he said, I don't like to get hit. Well, that turned out okay.
That's right. Sometimes they just don't know.
Right. So, yeah, he didn't have to play against Draymond Green.
I will say with Kel'el, it's a situation where if you just put together like a 5-minute highlight tape, you go, this guy's a top 5 pick.
Talent's off the charts.
I mean, he looks the right way. He moves the right way. We've talked about a bunch of, bigs as potential shooters or emerging shooters. Like, he can already make that shot. So he does a lot of things well. We talked about the Grizzlies being interested in Klingon. They select Edey. Kel'el Ware was another guy on the list of possibilities for them. So he checks a lot of boxes, but it's the focus. It's the work ethic. It's the attitude. It's the attention to detail. Like, talent alone can get you to college basketball, even the biggest campuses in the country. And it can also get you picked. But this is where things start to change. If you don't have the right approach now, Coach can tell you, he played in that league for a long time, then this thing can really pass you by pretty quickly.
And we got to also give an A+ to his coach, Mike Woodson, because I think Mike Woodson, with his relationships with a lot of these GMs and coaches, sometimes you never know. That can help a player, maybe get picked. I'm surprised that he went this high. I had him going late in the first round because of all of the things Gary and Fink talked about. But when you talk about rim protection, this guy's like a poor man's version of like DeAndre Jordan when he was this size. So he has that ability, but boy, he better get ready to put on his hard hat. He doesn't even know what he's in store for.
7 foot 230. There's no question about his ability on the floor. According to Synergy, he made 52% of his shots out of post-ups this year, so perhaps they're going to be running that play for him in Miami. They got to be able to get him up to speed playing at the NBA level. Coming up,